Station, this is Houston. Are you ready for the event?
Houston, we are ready for the event.
European Space Agency, this is Mission Control, Houston. Please call station for a voice check.
Meil on kuskil pool tundi, on back and forth niimoodi. Meil on 20 minutit aega, kui see täis saab, kõik.
Bonjour. Kuhu me vaatame? Kaamera on see meie jaoks.
Jaa.
Räägime stsenaariumi läbi. Täpselt kell 3 läbi 18 minutit. Live kõne Euroopa Kosmoseagentuuri alfamissiooni juhi Thomas Pesquet'ga.
How do you hear me?
This is Station. We hear you loud and clear. I'm glad to be here with you guys today. It's always a pleasure to welcome students and teachers on board the space station. As you can see, I'm in the Columbus European Laboratory, and I'm ready for your questions.
Viljo, lükka sisse.
Thank you. Hello, Thomas. Your last mission on the ISS was Proxima in 2016. What are the most significant changes in the ISS compared to 5 years ago?
There's been a lot of changes inside the ISS, but there hasn't been a new module. In fact, the newest module, this Russian module, is called MLM. It should arrive soon in July, so we're very excited to add a new room to our space house. On the outside of the ISS, one of the big changes that's actually ongoing is we're trying to upgrade the solar arrays, and we might have to go outside the door and do a couple spacewalks to install new solar arrays to augment the power system on board the ISS. So the space station is a constantly changing work environment, and it's going to keep being like that until it's decommissioned, and hopefully in a very long time.
I am Jonas. I'm a technology teacher, and I'd actually like to ask you what has been the coolest or most frightening experience that you had during your astronaut training?
Most frightening experience. I mean, thankfully we trained a lot in the sim so that we don't have to get into a frightening experience of any kind on orbit. So we've had a few false fire alarms in the middle of the night. So you wake up in the middle of the night, the big red light is going off, and the sirens are going off, and the warnings are going off. So it doesn't happen very often, but thankfully I think the most frightening situations were in training, and it's not even really frightening, but you put yourself in those situations where you have to react, where you have to adapt. We've done some caving training on the ground with ESA. We've done some survival training. We've got some underwater training. So this is I wouldn't call it frightening, but I would call it, certainly it asks you, it requests that you, demands that you adjust your focus, that you're sharp, and that's why we do those trainings, so that when the time comes on orbit, when you have to use those skills, you're ready.
Thank you, Thomas.
Yeah, absolutely. And thanks again. All the great questions, very much on point. Thanks for everyone for joining today. And maybe see you in a few years on board the ISS.
Station, this is Houston ACR. That concludes the event.
Thank you to all participants from ESA. Station, we are now resuming operational audio communications.